Someone said to me not long ago that they were sure come Thanksgiving, the first item on my gratitude list would be buffets. Well, it might not be first, but it will sure make the list. I'm a foodie. I confess that. And one of the reasons I enjoy Thanksgiving is because it allows me to embrace that with neither shame nor guilt. Do you remember the wonderful author Erma Bombeck? She was so popular because she was so real. She wrote what the rest of us were thinking. Anyway, she wrote this about Thanksgiving. What we're really talking about is a wonderful day set aside on the fourth Thursday of November when no one diets. I mean, why else would they call it Thanksgiving? That reminds me of something Jim Davis wrote. Vegetables are a must on a diet. Personally, I suggest carrot cake, zucchini bread, and pumpkin pie. So, November is a month for reminding ourselves of all for which we have to be thankful, even including buffets, carrot cake, and pumpkin pie. In October, I asked you to do some journaling, recalling the names of people who have passed, but whose lives and legacies live on, whose love and life lessons made you different and better. This month, I'd like for you to keep the journal open, but change the topic a bit. For November, every night before you go to bed, I want you to write down one thing for which you are thankful. It could be a biggie, like a family member, or your career, your health, a new job, a new romance, even, especially, your relationship with God. But it doesn't have to be something that grand in scope. Before going to bed each night this month, you could simply look back over the day you've just been through, often including tough times and disappointments, and find one good thing that happened over the course of that day, one blessing, one person who brought you laughter or comfort, one moment when you felt energized or excited, one unexpected phone call or email from a friend, a good meal, a hug. Find just one thing from that day which enhanced your life and write it down in your journal. I have a friend whose husband died unexpectedly when their daughter was only 6. She began a practice immediately. She got an old jar, covered it with paper, and wrote the words "blessing jar" on the outside. Every night before her daughter went to sleep, she and her little girl would identify one good thing from the daughter's life that happened that day. They would write it on a slip of paper and put it in the jar. At the end of each month, they would empty the jar and read all those slips of paper together. She said, "In spite of my child's loss, I want to create in her a mindset that looks for blessings and thus realizes that every day she is blessed." This month, look for the blessings, write them down, and realize even if things aren't perfect, every day we are all still blessed. Happy Thanksgiving.